Welcome to a lesson on simplifying algebraic expressions. So we multiply the x and the x first, and then the x with the 3. That gives us x squared plus 3x. Then we multiply the 2 with the x, that gives us 2x, and then the 2 with the 3 will give us 6. And now after multiplying out, we can add the like terms, 2x and 3x, and that gives us 5x and plus 6. Now we can only add like terms if they have the same variable and same exponent. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, so here we have two brackets again. So we multiply the x with the x, that gives us x squared. Then the x with the 3, that gives us 3x, positive 3x in this case. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. And negative 3 times positive 3 gives me negative 9. Now we add the like terms. Plus 3 minus 3 is 0. Therefore it's x squared minus 9. Now you try the one on the right and post your answer in the comments. Let's try the next one. Here we have a binomial and a trinomial. So we multiply the x with the x. Gives us x to the power of 3. Then the x with the negative 3x. That gives us negative 3x squared. And the x with the 3. That gives us 3x plus 3x. Here we see we multiply 3 times because there's 3 terms in the right bracket. So that gives us 2x squared. And then 2 times negative 3x gives me negative 6x. Then 2 times 3 gives me 6. And now we can add the like terms, which means they must have the same variable and the same exponent. And that will make them like terms. We'll keep the front part the same. There's no other value with x to the power of 3. We have two like terms with x squared, and therefore it's minus 1x squared minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. And then we have an x as a common factor here, x to the power of 1. So that is minus 3x, and therefore 6 stand on its own. There's no other like term with a constant, so we leave it as is. Therefore that's our answer there. You try the one on the right, and then you post your answer in the comments. Right, let's try the next one. Here we see we have a bracket to the power of 3. That means that we need to write out the bracket thrice. So 3 times. And we keep the values inside of the bracket the same. We don't change it. Right? So we leave it as is. So it will be x minus 3. Again x minus 3. And again x minus 3. Don't change it to positive. We don't make our own mathematics here. Right. So some of you will look at this and think, I can do x times x. And then I can multiply it with the x again. No, people. This does not work. You can't multiply 3 brackets at the same time. So do not do that. Okay. Let's work it out a bit simpler. Let's split the brackets. So now we leave the front binomial bracket the same. And then we multiply the one at the back. So x times x gives you x squared. And x times 3, negative 3 gives me negative 3x. And then negative 3 times x gives me negative 3x. And then negative 3 times negative 3 gives me positive 9. And now we keep the bracket in front the same. And we simplify the middle terms that are like terms. Negative 6x plus 9. There we go. Okay. So now this looks familiar. And so now we can multiply it out. That gives me x to the power of 3. And then that's going to give me negative 6x squared. That's going to give me 9x. And then we're going to multiply negative 3 with x squared. That's going to be negative 3x squared. Then negative 3 with negative 6. That gives me positive 18x. and then negative 3 with positive 9 gives me negative 27. Right, now let's add the like terms. Remember, same variable, same exponent. That's x squared and x squared. Right, keep the front one the same. Then it's going to be negative 9x squared. And remember, same variable, same exponent. So that's 9x. We're going to add with 18x. That gives me 27x. Right? And the negative 27, the constant is staying the same. Right, you try the one on the right hand side and you post your answer in the comments and I will respond to that. All the best.